Welcome to episode 3 of the Gig Sessions Lunchtime Talk. Today, we have two guests, Dwight Carrier and Filmore Slim. Dwight Carrier tours as Black Cat Zydeco, and he is from the famous Chubby Carrier family. Filmore Slim has quite a story. We're going to let him tell you some of that today. So let's bring them on board. Please welcome Dwight Carrier.
Hey,
welcome, Dwight.
what's going on? How you doing, darling?
Very well. Good to see you.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. How you doing around this time?
Very well. Hot,
Yeah.
but making the best of a bad situation and creating things like this so I can see you guys since I may not see you this year.
I know, right? So it's sad to say, but better be safe than sorry.
Better than yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on out there, and I'm not interested to know. I'm gonna stay in the house. I've been in here 3 months, and I'm cool. I am
Me
fine.
too.
I'm cool where I'm at.
I mean, coming up with projects to occupy the time. I know we've been here 3 months now because I'm running out of options.
Yes. I don't know about running. I'm all out. That's why, like my dad used to say, when you ain't got no money, you got to stay close to home. I'm in the house. I'm in the home. I ain't getting out. There's nothing out there but devastation and sickness and stuff. But
yeah. Well, let's bring on Filmore.
Okay, yeah.
Welcome, Filmore. I love the mask. Love the mask. Tell us about that mask.
Oh, this is the Filmore Slim Smile mask. And it was put out, it's being put out, by my assistant.
That's awesome.
And whoever could think of something like this with Filmore Slim, you're looking at me, you're looking at my face, and at the same time I got my mask on.
I like that. It's nice, man. Fit you.
It's called the smile mask. You see I'm smiling.
You got to smile. You got to smile through it all, brother. You got to smile through it all.
That's right.
That is all we can do for sure. And just guys out there watching, if you have any questions for these guys as we talk, just please put a Q in front of your comments so I can see it, and they'd be happy to answer your questions. So staying close to home, and what else you doing?
What I'm doing is working, getting this. I'm tweaking my album. It was supposed to be done since last year. You know that, and and it's just I've been listening and just keep listening, and I'm working on maybe changing a few things. I don't know. The more you listen, the more you want to change things. So that's what I've been doing, sitting at the house working on this album, writing some new stuff, and trying to stay in touch with my family and friends, and that's it. It's not too much I can do. Every place I call to get a gig, it's I don't know. So you got to sit here and sing to my girlfriend and my dog, and entertain myself, because I don't go. It's hard to get out. I don't go nowhere. There's nothing open, so there's nothing.
So where do you live? Where are you at?
I live in Sausalito, California. Mm-hmm. So all the beaches, everything is right there, but you can't go. I think they was gonna try to open it today or something, but I don't want to be out there. Then they said people don't know when they're sick. Now I know when I'm sick, and I ain't gonna catch that whatever they got going on.
I'd like to remain the population that doesn't get it. Yes.
Yeah. That's right. I stayed in the house. I was sick for 2.5 weeks when this thing first hit, and I said I'm not claiming that. So what I did is I drank hot teas all day, and it was like, God, Jesus, I don't know. I was sick. I know I haven't had the flu in years, and here it is. I got flu-like symptoms, and I'm in the bed, but I kept smiling through it all. I called my mom. I got them old remedies, got them old Louisiana remedies. So, and it worked for me, I was sick though for 2.5 weeks. I didn't get out the bed. I didn't get out the house. I was scared. Because I don't get sick. I'm just the kind of guy, just don't get sick too often,
So how about you, Filmore? What you doing with all this downtime?
Well, I had big schedules, you know, so it was kind of a let down thing for me, you know. I was scheduled to play the King Biscuit. I was scheduled to play Oklahoma. I was scheduled to play Memphis, you know, but the virus, you know, I value my life more than I do the concerts. You know, all money ain't good money, and I'm 85, so I have to be careful. I'm not a young man, but I'm in good health. You know, I ain't having no problems. You know, I've been blessed. That's that Louisiana genes. You know, look at me, I'm 85. People don't believe it, you know. And the music, the blues and all that keep me going.
Yeah.
So when did you start playing the blues? What year did you start performing as
I
Slim?
I would say I was about like, well, I used to listen to blues when I was a little boy, you know, Baton Rouge and down on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, you know, peeping through the windows and things, watching Earl King, Best Domino, you know, Dr. John and all those people, you know, and that's when Guitar Slim was my favorite, Lord Price. Those was my two people, you know, so I said, I want to be a singer. I want to be, because I seen all the women screaming and that Guitar Slim, and he got that green suit on, and his hair would be green, and I said, you know, that's what I wanted to be. That was my goal, you know, to be an entertainer. So and my first gig came in Los Angeles, you know, with this promoter. His name was Fulbright, and he took us on the road. Me and some famous cats that's famous today, you know. Can't call their name right offhand, but we went on the road and went on down through Texas and all that, and we was playing the Chitlin Circuit, you know. We really wasn't making but $10 to $15 a night, so we really was playing the Chitlin Circuit.
And how many of you were touring together? You had like 3 acts on the bill?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so did you two meet when you lived in Louisiana, or your association with each other happened in California?
Oh, my music career started off in California.
Okay.
Los Angeles.
And that's where you met him, Dwight, was California?
Yeah, oh yeah, I met him in Marin City for this that they used to do a picnic for this community, and this Performing Stars, she gave it, I think it was like it was huge picnic. I mean, it was huge. And
it was put on by Mark Knappman.
Oh, okay, yeah, well, I don't know. I was just invited there.
Knappman, and he moved back to Minnesota. He used to put the festivals on.
Yeah.
Marin City.
But that's why I first met you.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I first met Carl Green, Ronnie Stewart, all the West Coast Blues Society. And that's what made me get into the blues side of the business here. I'm like, you know what? And me and Filmore been knocking them dead ever since.
And we figured out, you know, we was homeboys, so we get right in, you know. We know how these blues go, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, we done ate the blues, slept the blues, and lived with the blues. We know all about the blues.
That's right.
Well,
we just connected after we met the first time, and we connected, and then we got on stage together. It was so powerful. The people they didn't understand it, but that's that gris-gris. I don't know if nobody know about that, but I'm just gonna say that's that gris-gris. You know.
And what's that magical musical power?
That's right, babe. When you're playing it from the heart and you love it, everybody that you're playing for gonna love you and love it too. You know, that's just it. That's what happens. You know, when you're playing it from the heart and is passionate about it, you know. Hey, because we get on stage, I never rehearsed with this guy a day in my life, but when we get on stage, we knock him dead. And don't miss a beat.
And so Filmore doesn't play in your Zydeco act. He plays in your blues act. So what is the name of this act?
Well, me and him, we just, I sit in with his band, or if I'm playing somewhere, he comes to sit in with me. We just come together. If it's just me and him.
Listen, I can play his music. He can play mine because we both from Louisiana.
That's right.
No problem.
and we play from the heart. So we connect tight. We connect because we play. I walked in. I didn't even know he was playing at a show or something. I walk in and I just get on stage, and no matter guitar, bass, accordion, hey, we lock in. People think we've been playing together for years. They think that's our week together. They think it's a setup. It's a whole setup. Yep.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pete says you look fantastic, by the way. I don't know if you see Pete's comment up there on the screen, Filmore. And it's true. You don't look 85. No. And, you've had quite a life for an 85-year-old. And something that I find to be so intriguing about you is that, you have a past life that some might, be able to relate to, and some may not.
That's right.
For the sake of throwing it out there, I think they called you the Pope of Pimping.
Yeah, I'm the Pope.
And this sort of led
Bishop from Chicago. I'm the Pope.
And this led to a future movie about your life. And tell us who has been casted to play you.
Well, it's on the table. We gave it to Snoop for a long time. And Snoop was gonna play the older me. Nick Cannon was gonna play the younger me. He got on board, but we had a lot of people up for this year. We had they said Denzel Washington because he did Training Day. They said the other guy because he did Black Snake Moan and he played the guitar. Okay, so then they say LL Cool J, they can make him taller. Oh, they went crazy with this, So I don't know who gonna play the film, and I really don't care who play the film. Long as we play the film.
That's it, baby.
Whoever play it, I'm gonna get paid. So I wanted to make the movie so I can, so my fantasy can come true because they're writing it from the book, and me and Sue wrote the book. Okay.
Nice.
And the book is 586 pages.
Wow.
It's called Blues Man Mag, O.G. Filmore Slim, How I Conquered the Stage and the Streets. And I did that.
You did it. You're still doing it.
And I don't feel bad about it. The media asked me if I had to do it all over again, would I? I think we could turn back to times, and I said this, and this is true. I ain't gonna lie. I said, yes, I would have more money.
Would have saved and invested.
But let me say this. I was, when I was in the game, let me clean it up, when I was in the game, I was a gentleman. That's why the ladies love me today. I didn't have no problem. I wasn't no gorilla. I didn't abuse nobody. And if it didn't fit, I didn't force it.
Yeah, and can't judge a book by its cover, and you never ultimately know what the end reason is that becomes a career.
Yeah. Well, now I didn't choose this life. I was on the road, like I say, playing the Chitlin Circus, and I got chose into this life by us making $10 and $15 a night, and this hooker gave me this money. You couldn't tell me, that this wasn't the way to go.
And how long ago was that? What year was that?
Oh, that was in 1955.
55.
A long time ago, bro.
Yeah, that was
we on the road. We playing the Chitlin Circus. They paying us $10 and $15 a night. Some places we played, we would just get a chicken dinner.
No, man. I heard the stories, brother. My family and
they say some places we played. They say the man on the door ran off with the money. Chicken dinner and gas fare to get to the next town. Oh, I went through it.
Yeah, I know you did.
I know all about the Chitlin Circus.
So let's talk about your family, Dwight. I feel like if I had to be honest about my career, I started at the graciousness of your Uncle Chubby.
My cousin. That's my cousin, but
your cousin.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not sure that I would be where I am had he not been so kind to me. And that was easily 25, 26 years ago. Crazy that we're all still here.
Yeah, and still doing it, you know, my family started this before I was even thought of. So I didn't know nothing. I was like, I think around 8, 9, and I used to go see Chubby and Dickie playing behind my Uncle Roy. And on Sundays, I had my old uncles. One was on the washboard. My Uncle Beche was on the harmonica, and you know, every Sunday somebody was playing. You know, Papa Valmont Chavez, he was playing. I'm listening to this as at 6, 7 years old. I'm just going around town. People actually play it on the street. You know where I'm from. You know, Papa Va and a few other guys, Monka John and John Carrier. It was a lot of people that I looked, and I would pass that up until I turned about 9 years old, I think, and then that's what had happened for me. I just wanted to. My Uncle Roy gave me a set of drums, and Chubby was playing drums at that time, so I just wanted to just fit in, And I didn't know I could do all this. I never really, I'm not the guy to sit here and practice. If I heard it, I just wanted to play it. I just play it. And I didn't understand that, but now I see it's because of my family. It's in my blood, And at 13, 13, I recorded a 45. It was with Retail Chavez. It was Dwight Carrier and the Zydeco Rockers, or Retail Chavez and Zydeco Rockers featuring Dwight Carrier. I was about 13, and then the Southern Development Foundation sent me to New York to play the Benson and Hedges Blues Festival to represent Louisiana. And I was 13 years old. And it was like I seen the light, because I ain't never seen people appreciate me like that before. And I didn't want to do nothing else afterwards. I'm talking about Etta James, the Fabulous Thunderbirds. I didn't know who these people was. I'm 13 years old. Who was it? I didn't even care. All I know is I went up there, me, my brother, and my cousin Tommy Carrier, my brother Joseph Carrier, and Thomas Carrier, and it was me. And we was out there with all these big heavy hitters. And I remember my Uncle Roy gave me some of his CDs and stuff, right? There was 45s to sell out there, and all I can think about is how that, the people the way they received that, a standing ovation. I'm talking about. Listen, I was a kid, and when I looked at that, it was just, mind blowing to me. It just when I got home, I told my dad, I said, I don't want to play local again. I want to go on the road. I want to spread my culture and my music with the people. I got to do it. I have to do it. So I learned how to cook, because that's part of my culture. We got to cook. We play the music. I learned to dance, cook, and play the music. And I came out here, California, for the first time the next year with JoJo Reed and the Happy Hill Playboys. I was playing bass with him, by the way, and that really put the icing on the cake. And then my cousin Chubby was doing great. He had recorded some nice songs, and it just made me. I just wanted to be up there, and the way the people accept me, as a musician, and I was young. I was doing what young people do. We cut up. We have fun. We want to, but then I had fun playing music. My friends, wanted me to be playing basketball and go out and play football. No, but I want to play my accordion, and they always laughed and talking about, man, some old people music. But I tell you what, that old people music got me. When I turned 18, I hadn't been to at least 37 states, hundreds of cities. And when I turned 18, I was in Sicily. with Warren Caesar. Because Chubby, when I turned 15, that's when Chubby told me this guy needed needed an accordion player. And I look at my band, I said, hey, y'all don't want to travel? And they said no. I said, well, I quit. I'm going to travel with this guy. And I toured the world with that guy, and he taught me a lot. He was a trumpet player. That's why I do a lot of horn parts on my accordion. I realize it's not about, soloing all the time through the whole song. You just got to, it just means something to me. I play with, if you ever come to my show, you know what I'm talking about, and so I moved to California. I came out here on tour, I want to say 2013. I had a month out here, and I had met a girl.
Uh-oh.
And I ain't never left. I've been out here ever since. Because Filmore Slim been pimping me since I got out here. He been selling me to every crowd, people like that, Ronnie Stewart. There's a lot of good guys out there that when I come to their shows, they put me out front. I'm headliner, and yeah. It's just wow. You got me thinking, girl. I'm thinking about all this going in my head. All this is going in my head right now. Like, damn, yeah. I don't even know how I got here in California, but I know I love it. It's fun, Like I met a lot of good people, and the carrier name itself just carries itself. It's a carrier name. It carries itself. I mean, because back in Louisiana, we're all family. We all family. Yeah. All of us. We all family. I don't know, something it might be, 15th generation, but we still kin. We still family down there. And so all these musicians, the Arduins, they got people that was doing this, from way back then, and now it's still going. It's still carried out. I play the old school Zydeco, and that's mostly blues, mostly blues. I guess that's why me and Filmore, we hook up. That's it, Yep. Damn, you got me thinking. I'm all caught up thinking about it now. I'm gonna be all thinking about that all day because I never really gave it thought how much royalty I really am. I never thought about that. That never crossed my mind till now. You got me thinking, hey, I've been around a long time. I've been doing this since I was I've been doing this a long time. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time, and I enjoy it. I love it. I love it with all my heart and soul. The people, they make me feel good. When I play, I feel good. It's not always about the money. I just love to do it. I just love it. It's just, I don't know. It's and Louisiana, I miss it. I miss home because of the eating and the food and I know it's not good for me, but that's what I miss most is the food and my family. Of course, I miss them dearly. I haven't seen them in a while, so. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to be down there last weekend, ain't I right?
Yes, you were.
And I don't know what happened.
Mom is mad because
they canceled the gig. They canceled the show. Yeah, I was supposed to be in Houston, Mississippi.
Yep.
And they canceled it, and I was gonna go see my family. I was gonna fly down there, but then hey, it happened.
So Filmore,
I don't want to go down there and make nobody sick either. My mom and dad are old, and they are target for that kind of stuff. So I just, I just chose not to go, even though I miss them. I didn't want to be selfish and go down there and see them,
And that's been an interesting thing with all this because we're having that, same dilemma with our families. But you got to. Our job is to protect the elders, and we owe that duty.
Okay, something happened to my volume again. I can't hear you.
I said we owe that duty to our elders. It's hard when it's family, but we have to take care of each other, and part of that is keeping the elder healthy.
Excuse me.
So Filmore, tell us.
Something happened to your volume.
Can you hear me?
It was clear.
I can hear you.
Tell me a funny road story because I know you got plenty. And if you can say the names, say them. If not, make them up for the story.
Well, you know, my first story is in the music business, leaving Los Angeles with this guy, going on my way to Texas on the chitlin circle, and it taking us 2 weeks to get out of the Mojave Desert. Now, we left Los Angeles in this old car, old Chrysler. I think about a 1957. We got it out the salvage yard, and we was traveling on our way on the chitlin circles, and the car broke down. You know, we was in the desert with the locusts and the crickets and all that, you know. And at night we had to roll the windows up to keep the crickets from getting in there on us. So then this big old trailer tractor came, and he pulled us to the top of the hill. I think then we was coming into Arizona. And he said, when you get to the top of the hill, he said, all you got to do is when you get to the top, you can coast down. When you come down off the mountain, you will be in the town. Now, the fuel pump goes out. Okay, so what we do, we take the hood off of the car. We sitting. I'm sitting out there driving. No, somebody else is driving. I know a little bit about mechanic, so I'm out there. We ain't got no fuel pump, so I'm out there sucking the gas up as the car goes through the desert. So when we get to the top, when the trailer tractor pull us to the top, and we coast down all the way into the little town, you know, trying to get our car fixed. So after we got our car fixed, we had to play in Fort Worth, Texas. So we get to Fort Worth, Texas, and it took us to the department store and bought us all red shirts and black pants, just for the band to have some kind of, color to it, okay? But during that same time, we had to sleep upstairs over the club, and it was a pool hall. So that's how I really learned how to play pool, because, we performed, and after we performed, we had to go upstairs because he didn't want us downstairs around the liquor. So we did that show in Fort Worth, and then we left there, and I think it was myself, and the name, I forget, I know the name, Philip Walker, the great guitar player, Philip Walker. Yeah, we was all on the road together.
Nice.
And that was my most experience.
And so was the pool playing the first aspect of how to make extra money on the road?
No. We had to stay in the pool upstairs of the club. And they had a pool hall upstairs. So we couldn't, so they locked us up there. And we couldn't get out till the next morning. And then in Alaska, I had my great stories in Alaska where I ran into T-Bone Walker. And he stayed in one hotel, I stayed in another one. So he showed me a lot about the guitar. I give him a lot of credibility for some of the licks that I hit on my guitar. He taught them to me, T-Bone Walker. Nice. He's in Anchorage, Alaska. He's playing in one club. I was playing in a club called he was playing in a club called the Brief Encounter. I was playing in a club called the North Star.
And how long ago was that? What year was that?
Oh, wow. I would say in the 60s.
A long time ago. I wasn't even born yet.
And then I was up for the W.C. Hanley Award somewhere around in that time. And they gave it to Elvin Bishop because Elvin Bishop had a tragedy. His wife got killed, and children. So so they told me to step back down, and they gave it to Elvin Bishop. And me and Elvin Bishop is good friends.
Yeah, he's a pretty good, cool guy. Yeah, I know Elvin.
And that was a long time ago when it was called the Handy Award.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But let me
I
remind
think it should still
you,
be.
when I got to Los Angeles, my first recording I did for Dutone Records, 91st and Central, and it was called "You Got the Nerve of a Big Brass Monkey." And on the other side was the slow side was "I Want to Hold Your Hand," and the backup group was the Blossoms.
I've heard the name.
That was my backup group. And then when we made the record, I was on the Art LeBeau show in Los Angeles, along with the Beach Boys and all them, okay?
And they ain't seen nothing like you. The Beach Boys had to have been enamored.
I played every country in Europe. The longest I stayed over there was 90 days, and I got homesick. They wanted to extend the tour. Well, I said, now I made the money over here, and I want to go to the United States and spend it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think I would have saved a little more.
On that tour was me, Homesick James,
Nice.
Slim, and Jose Levy. Yeah, we all was on that tour together. And Chris Malloy, he orchestrated that tour. You know, he's the drummer. And then we went back over there. It was me, Chris Malloy, AC Miles. And we toured all over there.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice, bro. Nice.
So how about your European touring? How much do you do, Dwight?
Oh, I've been going to Europe since a teenager. So, but lately, I went the last couple of years. I played for the Cajun Blues and Zydeco Festival on tour. Mr. Mike Batelli. I played with like 2 years in a row. I went with Ruben Marino, and I don't know. The guy asked me to come the next year, and I did. And we went. We had 16 dates in 16 different cities, and it was beautiful. And I was thinking about going this year. I wanted to go again this year, but on a different circuit. You know, just going out there and kind of just hang out, because that's me. I don't have no kids. You know what I mean? So I don't really have to be home. My kid is my accordionist. Well, that's my wife, but you know how it goes. That's all that's all I got. You know, and that accordion took me all over. So but I would like to do a little bit more. You know, and I started to do it because Beboff, a guy out there, Christoph. He's a guitar player, and he's a real good guitar player. And I was thinking about going down there and get into the blues. Just get into the blues, because I'm a blues man. I love the blues. I live, eat. I came up on that Zydeco and blues, and so I was thinking about we was gonna just put together a little tour. I mean, it wasn't even about the money. It was just about spreading my music and my culture, and playing some music. So that's where I'm at. That's but I would love to go more. I would like to spend some more time in Europe, and I think it's gonna happen. Me and Ruben Marino will come get together and do some stuff. We've been talking about it, but I got to get this album out. So that's where I'm at, and I want it to be good. And I keep listening. I keep listening to it. I'm like, man, I think I need a little bit more blues. I need to, I need to get Filmore Slim on there. Who knows? Hey, we roll like that.
Well, you guys aren't far from each other, right? How far do you live from each other?
Redwood City is probably about an hour from here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I'm in Silicon Valley. He crossed the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right at the foot of the Golden Gate Bridge. But hey, we meet up all over the Bay Area. All over the Bay Area. We always
I played across the Golden Gate Bridge in Fairfax.
Yeah.
Marin City.
Paris.
And then Sausalito.
Yep.
And what are the rooms you play? What's your home room, Dwight?
Mine?
Yep.
on this side, it's I play a lot of, well, the Phoenix is closed now, but um I play all the little, because there's no real big clubs here, but these blues clubs that they do have, Perry's, 19 and Broadway.
Right.
Yeah, I used to do the Trident. You know, that was my spot. The Trident in Sausalito, man, that was my spot. But uh, I don't know. I did a few plays. The No Name Bar. So many. It's so many. I don't have no over. You know, because I travel a lot. I like to go. I like to live in the hotels. You know, but over here, I would say I don't know. There's Vinny's in Concord. There's so many places. It's just nice places. You know, it's beautiful places. It's the Empress, um, Chris Club in Vallejo. It's a good spot. With Ronnie, when Ronnie Stewart hosts the show. Um, but I got to give it to him. Everett and Jones is a good spot. That's a good spot. Everett and Jones Barbecue up in Oakland on Broadway. That's I think that would be my spot. You know, I could say that's one of my favorite places to perform in. Yeah.
How about you, Fillmore? Close to home, what's your venue?
Oh, my venue is excuse me, the Fox down in Redwood City, Poorhouse Bistro in San Jose, around there, Everett Jones. I played Everett Jones. I played all the clubs around there in Oakland. You know, old club down there on 7th Street. It was called One Mind. I guess it was called One Mind. I played that club. And Berkeley, I used to play Larry Blake's. And all around here, you know, and I play Pacifica Club up there. From down there where I'm at. And all the clubs around here, the Fox and the Poorhouse Bistro in San Jose and the Jazz Festival in San Jose. My last festival in San Jose and was with what's that little chick name? She moved back to New Orleans. I was on a festival with her. And
Samantha Fish?
The famous club law in San Francisco, Biscuits and Blues.
That's the spot. I forgot. I know it's a few.
I never played the Great American Music Hall, but that's my dream. And I never played Carnegie Hall. That's my big dream.
Then add the Lincoln Center.
Yeah. Well, we had a show set up to do 3 blues shows at the Jazz Center, the new center in San Francisco with Buddy Guy and all them play. But then the virus came in. We was gonna do that this year. I never played the Jazz Center.
2021, that's where it's all moving.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something to look forward to. The greatness of this year will get moved to next year.
You just got to keep. I keep it pushing. I don't. You know. I know this is going on, but I keep it pushing. You have to have that. You know, because you know we've been getting hit by a lot of different stuff that's going on in the world today. You know, and this is lunch talk, right? You mind if I have a grape?
No, please do.
Y'all want some grapes?
Will you share?
What
have them.
Yeah, what I want to say is I got a project out there. You know, my CDs all over the world. You know, Sound of the Seven Sisters. That's New Orleans. I wrote about Algiers, about the voodoo, about the snakes in the basket, and it become number 5. Okay, and it was put up for a Grammy. That's my latest project. Although I got 8 albums out there. The Godfather, you know, The Game, Born to Sing the Blues was my first one. I did for Troy Keys, and I had some famous musicians on that. And we did this in Oakland, and I was under the name of Clarence Guitar Sims. That's the name I used. That was before Filmore. I looked at Johnny Guitar Watson, my friend. I said, I'm going to name myself Clarence Guitar Sims.
I've seen that name. I didn't realize that was you.
That was my first album, Born to Sing the Blues.
Nice.
So
I love music. I love music. Music was my first love, and I play bass, I play guitar, and I started out playing piano.
So Dwight,
Yep.
to date, what is your most favorite festival you've played and why?
My favorite festival was Durant, Wisconsin. They had the I forgot the name of the festival. Durant was the Chippewa Blues Festival, and that was my. This was recent. Of course, I had some unfortunate times on our way up there. We got in an accident, but we kept on pushing. I stopped, got a rental, and did the gig. Um, and the reason why, because I ran into a good friend of mine I hadn't seen, and it had to be easily 15 years. And the people there was good. I mean, the people love the music. I mean, they do that the Chippewa Blues Festival. You can check it out. And
Familiar.
I was with Walter Wolfman Washington.
Woo, Walter.
And I was on. Listen, man, we had. I mean, before we even started performing, we had the same green room, same dressing room, and he was the main act, and I'm sitting at the table, and I'm chilling out, and I look, and there he was, and I hadn't seen him in that must be 15 years or something, and right then and there, right there, I'm like, this guy, if I remember him correctly, he can play, and I knew he could play. I was just sitting here wondering why he was sitting at my table, and he was there, and we talked, and I mean, I don't know, it's something about his energy.
Yep.
That man, he pulled it out of me, and what was odd, we was all in red. No, I swear, he had a
with
whole
his red guitar
with some red shoes. I mean, I had to take a picture just of his shoes, and that was one of the best festivals I ever played. I mean, I did the Jazz Fest 8 years in a row. That's that's over the top. But I'm just saying, recently that's been a good festival. The Chippewa Blues Festival down in Durant, Wisconsin. That was and I don't know. I just had a great time. It was a whole weekend, and I had a great time there. So that was one. I have so many. Why you do that? Why you make me try to choose from one of these places? It ain't right. But
part of the fun.
Yeah, and then of course, was it Blues on Paris? Yeah, that was a good festival. It was nice. It was nice. A little summer series, but it was nice. It was cool. People can actually dance Zydeco there, So that made me feel good. They can actually Zydeco. Yeah. And there's so many of them. Listen, I don't have no. If they love me, I love them back.
Good answer.
That's all I can do. If they love me, I love them back. So they're all good festivals. It's perfect. I just when I was in Europe for, like I said, we had 16 dates, and most of the shows were sold out. So, I gave it my all. I couldn't sing after about 7 days. I was hoarse, but I kept it pushing. I belted them out like you're supposed to do. But I don't have it's I don't know. This hard. Durant, Wisconsin was my favorite this far. This a couple of years. I think last year. I think, but it was a good festival.
Some of my greatest events include Walter Wolfman Washington.
Oh,
I'd like to believe we're still dear friends. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but we've had some good times together. He's a great man.
Oh yeah.
So how about you, Filmore? Tell me one of your favorite festivals.
I got 3. Okay. My favorite.
We gave him too much time to think about that question.
My favorite was King Biscuit.
Oh yeah, King Biscuit.
I said King Biscuit because I got a chance to perform with the big star. Warren Haynes. Anthem Thunderbird. Okay. Paul Thurn. And then Paul Thurn, when I met him, he said, my daddy told me to tell you hello. I didn't even know the guy. My daddy know you very well, okay? So I love those festivals, okay? And King Biscuit, I've been there 3 times, okay? And then my next one, I liked it. I did the festival with Kenny Neal on the riverboat in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Then I did the Ponderosa Stump 3 times in New
Woo!
Orleans in the old bowling alley, okay?
Yeah.
And I do remember for Hurricane Katrina when they took us to Memphis and we played for the Gibson Pavilion. And we was there all. I went on like had nothing but artists, okay. And I went on like about 2 a.m. in the morning, okay. We were doing this for Hurricane Katrina. And what I liked about it, since I was from Louisiana, everybody there was condoling that wasn't getting paid. They was helping Hurricane Katrina. But since I was from Louisiana, they paid me. Like giving me a blessing for Hurricane Katrina because I was from the South. And I liked that, okay? And I liked the Cognac, France, because when I was over in Cognac, what I loved about it is when you're on stage in France, then I played a place over there in Paris, was called the Maxwell's, okay? And I was over there with this chick, Holly Maxwell. Okay, she lived in Memphis, and she used to be when Tina left. She was Ike Turner. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So we was over there in France, and I loved it because when I did the festival in France, what they did, they painted me while I was on stage doing my show, and I autographed it and they sold the painting. And also, they gave me, they filmed me walking down the streets in France talking about the blues. So they did a long footage of me over there. And I took them by storm. They had never seen nobody. And I was scared when I first went over there, because I seen Muddy Water, I seen all these big stars, and you could see the shows from in your dressing room. You could see the shows because they had the big screen, the big TV screen. So I'm scared. So when I went out on stage, I had a red guitar, some red shoes, red suit, red hat. And when I came on stage, they mobbed me. And this one chick got up there and put a mink hat on my head. I never forget that. So it was on then. But when I first went there, I didn't sing my music. I started off with Muddy Waters. I'm a man. And when I started singing Muddy Waters and a couple of songs that they was familiar with, then when I had the crowd going, then I took off with them. And I never forget, it was me on that show and Michael Birch. May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, so, and Kenny Neal and the Neal family, and what's his name? What's his name? Played the guitar. I forget his name. From Louisiana, Lil Buck.
Lil Buck Senegal. Yeah, Lil Buck Senegal. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of people on this show, and that was my first time, and they painted me while I was on stage, and this autograph, they sold the painting,
That's good.
And that was fun for me. Then I did the Oklahoma, the Dust of Dawn Blues Festival, DC Minor, Shelby Manor, his wife, I did that like about 3-4 times, Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I liked it in New Orleans because I was at home,
Yeah,
and I got a chance, my people got a chance to see me perform.
So how often do you guys get home to Louisiana?
Huh?
Not often enough.
No. I've been there, say, like about maybe 5 times.
Yeah, I could be family, but the only thing that holds me back is I can't cook your food. And I've clearly been told by all my potential future family members that I can't be family until I can do that.
Oh, you know what? They better learn how to cook and feed you. If they love you, like they say.
Well, I was talking to Joe Lewis Walker last night, and he told me a lot of things about you, Terry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
She said, "Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh." I'm gonna sit back for that. What she?
It was all good
I'm
things,
listening.
I
Terry.
hope he had good things to say.
It was all good things. All good
That's
things.
good.
Yeah. Told me, he said you was a great agent, so you about your business. And he said you got your artist back. That's what he told me. And he told me you get some good gigs. That's what he told me last night.
Mm-hmm.
Joe is good people. And out of all the artists that I've had the luxury to represent and work with and get to know, I, like Walter, really want to believe that Joe and I are still true friends.
Oh yeah, he told me that. You know, Joe and Rick, they had good things to say about you. You know, I told you I had that agent one time, Crystal. I told you about her in Tennessee. Yeah, I think she worked for the hospital.
Yep.
Well, Kenny Neal turned me on to her. Kenny Neal said she'd be a good agent, and she was the first agent I've had. I never had an agent.
How do you not have an agent being in this business as long as you have?
Well,
you don't like us?
No.
You don't like agents?
I didn't say I didn't like
Well,
agents.
I like that.
I didn't say that. But I think I was gonna sign up with Roger Redding, down there in Malaco, because I knew, we all used to sing together, me and Vernon Garrett, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, a long time ago, now I think he's preaching now or singing gospel music. Vernon, he do all kind of different things, especially when he had the club. He had Molly Gill's club in Los Angeles. He was renting that club. Molly Gill let him run that club, in Los Angeles, in Leimert Park, okay? And me and Vernon always was good friends, and I heard he down in Dallas now doing something. I think he's doing gospel music now, but we all got along, we all did get along.
Hey, Tina, are we friends?
Huh?
Yes, we are, Dwight.
I like to think we friends. I was just thinking
yes,
about
we
it.
are.
Because you said that twice. You said, I like to think we friends.
Well, they're not here to defend their position. So it's mine.
Well, what I'm going to say, Terry, is I tried a few booking agents, but they didn't give me no work. The person that put me out there, is Sue Clogan. She learned the business, and they all told her that when we did the thing, the Seven Sisters, they told her, they say, well, they wanted to promote it. We did it with Kid Anderson now, and
Nice.
he had this group that after we did it, he took a deal with these people and didn't tell me nothing about it, and they gave him like $4,000, and he paid the band off because we had a lot of people in this band. We had Jim Pugh. We had Rusty Zan, we had Joe Lewis Walker, we had Rick Estrin, and then the famous and the incredible Kid Anderson, he's a genius,
Yes.
We had a lot of famous people. I had a lot of guests, AJ Crawdaddy, we had a lot of people from down this way, real famous, so what we did, these people, this company gave him this money to pay off these entertainers, and he told me, he said, well, we got $2,000 for you. I said, $2,000? He said, anytime I record and lay tracks down, like I was Fedora out of New York, I went Mountaintop out of San Jose, that was Charles. Okay, him and a pair of Slim, they hooked up together. Frank Goldwasser, the one that made the record about the spiders. Okay, and that's what that was all about, So anyway, I've been with a couple record companies, and but I never had an agent, you know. So that's what it was.
I had an agent. It was Black Cat. I did my own work. Got the hustle. I got on the phone, made it happen. That's and I think I dealt with this one guy, and that was way back in the day. And but I don't judge nobody, but I just kept it pushing. You know what I mean? Kept on going. I kept on. I booked my own self up until recently.
Until you met me.
Hey, I didn't want to say all that because hey, but you know what I want to say though? I want to say rest in peace to my good friend Lucky Peterson, because
Lucky Peterson, that's right.
Man, listen, man, me and him was supposed to be doing this today, and he died, and it hurt me so. It hurt me so. That was a good friend of mine, man. And I just wanted to say thank you, Tina, for at least you didn't even know I knew him like that, but yeah. And we was gonna be doing this today, and when you told me that, I hung up the phone and I wanted to cry because I said, you know what?
Oh yeah,
I hadn't seen him in like 20-something years. I opened up for him twice, and both times we had fun, and he was a fun guy.
He's my friend.
Yep, good guy, man. Good guy, man. Good. I miss him.
Back to when we said the older guys just tell the stories differently.
That's what I'm talking about.
Lucky was one of those guys.
Yeah. Michael. Michael Juan Nunez, I see you, brother. Me and Michael was on tour in Europe last year, and I think he's headlining that festival. I headlined it last year. I think he's headlining it this year. But that's a good friend of mine, Michael Juan Nunez from Lafayette. From Lafayette, that's my boy. That's my country boy, man. That's my country boy. Michael
he writes good music. I like all his records. I
love Michael Juan Nunez. I mean, he plays from the heart. He's one of those guys. That's what we do. When you bring it from here, man, it's just deep. It's deep. Like you say, that Louisiana blood runs. It's deep. It's deep. It's deep. It's deep.
Yep. Well, I want to thank both of you for being here. It has been a pleasure meeting you, Filmore, and finally, Dwight. We get to meet as though we're meeting in person. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I really appreciate you guys being here. And just so you know, Dwight will soon be added to the Tina Terry Agency. The virus has sort of slowed that down. But if you want to buy Dwight's music, see what he's doing, his website is blackcatzadigomusic.com. And for Filmore, it's filmoreslimmedia.com. And so, yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. You have a wonderful week. And
thank you.
Next week will be...
One more thing. Don't forget the Happy Smile Mask.
Your Happy Smile Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can order it. The Happy Smile Mask.
The Happy Filmore Slim Smile
Mask. Yeah.
Slim. Hey, Slim. It's good that I hadn't seen Slim in a minute, so I'm glad to you're looking good, brother. It's been a few months since this stuff started going down. Yeah, man. I was wondering, I talked to you on the phone, but seeing you, bro,
right.
You look good, brother. You look good, man.
I'm staying out the way, Black Cat.
Man, that's all we can do, brother. That's all we can do. I'm in the house, man. I thought it was going to drive me crazy for a little while, but you know what? I'm just sitting here educating myself on a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
And moving on. I told you you're going to get that blues album out. We're going to get that together. That's what stopped, because me and Filmore working, we're supposed to be getting the album out too, all the Bay Area guys. I'm going to put them all together, because they got a lot of guys here that can, really go for it, man. I just, But Tina, thank you. I love you, darling, and we'll be talking. And I'll see you soon. As soon as this thing died out, I'm a flyer because I'm a traveler. I just leave. I go. I'm not scared to just go. I'll drive, and I'll just drive just to come hang out with you for the weekend and drive back. But yeah, I'll be down there. We'll talk. And everybody, Tina Terry Booking Agency is the place you want to check out if you need a good band, good blues act. She got the best Zydeco act in the business. Check it out.
Definitely, and we will all talk soon. You guys have a great evening.
You too, darling. Y'all have a, and everybody out there, we love y'all. Stay safe.
That's
I mean,
right.
if you don't have a Filmore mask, get you a mask. I mean, get you a black cat mask. I don't know if you want to, do your
Yeah.
thing, but stay safe. That's all I got to say because you don't want this sickness. Tina, love you, darling. Y'all be good.
Bye, guys.
All
right,
right, Terry.
Yep, thanks for joining us. Next week, we'll be featuring Whitney Shea and Ryan Perry from Blues Caravan 2020. And hopefully you'll see them out and about in 2021. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.